There's a lot of pressure that goes on at this time of the year, generally, but particularly for carers. It's really important that we take mindful breaks throughout the day as we're going about everything that we've got to do, because all of the tasks that we have are exasperated. When you give yourself a mindful break and spend quality time with yourself, it allows you to tap into your own thoughts and your own feelings. Now, you might not want to tap into your thoughts. You might think, I'd much rather not. But when you do tap into your thoughts, you can also tap into the way that you're feeling. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, angry, cross, frustrated, you can feel it in different parts of your body. And it's really important to acknowledge that. You might not be able to do anything about that because of your situation. But when you acknowledge it in your body, you tap into the feelings. Busyness keeps us from those feelings. There's another word for a mindful break, and that's a brain break. Taking a brain break actually gives you the energy to do more. So you may think, I don't have the time to take a break right now. But if you take a break right now, you will actually gain extra time, because you won't be dithering about what you're doing. You won't be confused. You won't be lost. You won't be overwhelmed. You won't be walking around in circles. I'm naming a lot of the things I do myself. A brain break can be a creative exercise. So if you're creative like I am, taking a brain break means sitting down and doing something creative. If you're an energetic person, if you enjoy exercise, you could go for a brisk walk with or without your headsets, or do some form of physical activity. And there's some crazy things out there just to shake up the body and move it in a different way than what you're doing at the moment. And that changes things up. But we wanted to give you a gift as well, in case you didn't like moving around and jumping about. You'll find down below some colouring pages for you to download and enjoy at your own leisure. But just take that time out to have a break. Imagine that we're a kettle, and each activity that's going on around you, each task you have to do, puts a little bit more in, a little bit more in, a little bit more in, and you start becoming really, really full. The only thing that can happen when you pour something else in is for it to come out and explode. And it can explode in many different ways. Taking mindful breaks, taking creative breaks, taking exercise breaks throughout your day, whenever you feel the need, listening to your body, will let that valve go down, and it will allow you to calmly make decisions and enjoy the rest of your day rather than struggling. A very, very special gift that you can give yourself any time of the year. And that's the gift of rest. Rest is one of the most important gifts. If you don't rest, your energy is depleted, your mind is confused, your body is worn down. When you're caring for someone and you have all of these extra things that you need to do on top of all of the things that you're already doing, it seems like there's no time to rest. It seems like if you rest, then this is not going to get done, this is not going to get done, this is not going to get done. There's a fallacy out there that talks about multitasking as being the way to achieve as many things as you possibly can. When you divide your attention among many things, and when you're stressed and overwhelmed, you seem to spin your wheels around and around and around. So you're not actually paying attention to any one of those things. And so stuff can be lost and left out because you just didn't see it. Spend concentrated amounts of time on each task, one at a time. But in between all of that busyness, sit down with a book, sit down with something enjoyable. And after you've done that, you'll notice the difference. You'll notice how much more revitalized you are, how much more energy you have, and how quickly you get things done. Give yourself the gift of rest today. And I wanted to really finish up with something that I hope is going to really serve you as carers. I know this is a difficult time for you, and it's not just for carers. Other people are overwhelmed as well, but you add on the extra work and the extra stress of caring for someone that you love. It just becomes a heavy burden for you to carry. But when you rest, when you truly rest and take a break, you actually gain more energy to be able to continue on and do a better job, because you're thinking more clearly, you have the energy to do what you need to do, and you have the endurance because you've given yourself that tiny break. A home day spa is about taking care of yourself, choosing to nurture your body, relax, and enjoy some time alone with yourself. The benefits of having a home day spa are many. Besides it being a really beautiful experience, you'll find that it lowers your blood pressure, it slows your heart rate, boosts your energy. It also gives you a sense of calm, which then gives you a sense of confidence. When you're caring for someone, you need to care for yourself first. So when you settle down and relax, your brain reboots. All of that busyness gets swept away and you just have this moment. When you reboot, you have an opportunity to restart your day. If you are going to use your home day spa in the evening, then I suggest doing a bath ritual. When you do a bath ritual, it means taking a little bit of extra time to prepare the bath, fill it up with some soap, add some fragrance to it, rose leaves. You want the atmosphere to be beautiful as well. So I suggest candles, little tea-light candles. I do this often. Make it an experience that is going to tantalize the senses. When you prepare for bathing in this way and then relax into a bath, you're actually slowing your body down and getting it prepared for sleep. When you get out of your bath, dry yourself, put your pajamas on and hop into bed, your body is in a place of being ready to relax and sleep. So if you can, after your bath, go straight to bed. So home spa day is all about you. And when you do that and put it as a priority, then you'll be able to take care of everybody else. But you must take care of yourself first. We often forget that if we don't take care of ourselves, then we'll fall apart and crumble at the end of the day and eventually fall over. And we're not much use to the people that we're caring for if we're falling over all the time. Now, because it's a home day spa, I wanted to give you something creative to make for yourself with ingredients that you could find at home. What we're going to be making tonight is a homemade do-it-yourself face mask. It's come from mumswhothink.com, and I'm going to put down below, I'm going to put the link so that you can follow it and have a look and give all credit to the website. Find yourself a bowl, a little mixing spoon. You also need some coconut oil, some honey, and a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon juice may sound a bit odd. The lemon juice actually goes into the pores and it tightens your face. So if you want a little facelift while you're having your face mask, that's what the lemon juice does. You mix together small amounts. As you mix it, it will start mixing together and become warmer and warmer. And as you put it onto your hands, it will also warm, and then you just smooth it over your face. Leave it for a short time and then wash it off. If you are concerned about being allergic, a tip is to put a little bit of the mixture behind your ears and just wait 5 minutes to see if there's a reaction. If there is, please don't use it. If there's not, go for it. From small ideas, great things can happen. This space that I'm in was first imagined. It was then planned, and it was then realized. But if I hadn't first imagined it, it would never have come into existence. And it occurred because I wanted to continue doing the things that I love. And that's what hobbies are all about. Hobbies are about doing the things that you love the most. Using your imagination, what are the things that you like doing the most? You may already have some hobbies. You may feel as though you don't have time for hobbies. And let me tell you, you will be able to achieve much more if you take time out to do something that you love. The more that you give to yourself, the more that you are able to give to other people. And as a carer, you're constantly giving to other people out of the abundance of your heart. So when you learn to do something that you love, it will enable you to give more freely. Now, what do I mean by hobbies? There is painting, sculpture, drawing. There are things like photography, blogging, travel, music, dancing, gardening, learning something new every day, cooking, web design, sports, and geocaching are just a few of the things that you could be doing with your time. If you're painting, there's only one thing that you're thinking about, and that's one question. And I share this with my clients when we're painting. And that question is, what next? What's the next colour that I'm going to add? What's the next stroke that I'm going to put on the edges? What's the next shape that I'm going to incorporate? What's the next product I'm going to use? So you just ask one question, then follow that through, and then ask another question, what next? So your mind is in a state of flow, and you find that your mind is decluttered from all of the things that are going on around you. You will feel better physically, emotionally, when you practice hobbies. It'll make you healthier. I know that sounds odd, but you will feel healthier. Time seems to stand still when you're doing a hobby, when you're doing something that you love. And it also enhances a state of well-being, which is just incredible to experience. It also eradicates boredom. Look behind me. Look at the wall of art and creative things behind me. Another thing that hobbies can teach you is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is not eating your cake before you bake it. A puzzle is a classic example of delayed gratification. And that's a really cool thing to learn, is delayed gratification. There's also 5 hobby rules that I'd like to share with you. If you incorporate these 5 elements into your life, then it will not only help you to have fun, it'll also make you unstoppable. The first one is active. Remain active all of the time. That might be exercise, that might be doing different things, but have some sort of exercise or activity into your day. The next one is creativity. Now, creativity is not always painting. Cooking can be creative. Exercising can be creative. Anything that you can do, you can add a creative element into it. Rule number 3 is making money. We all need to survive in this world. So we need to find different ways to pay our bills and keep our head above water. I know as carers, on the carers pension in Australia, that this is a really tough task. But I can also say that it's possible because I've done it for many, many years. I'm changing that paradigm at the moment. You can do that as well. The 4th rule is building knowledge. And building knowledge is learning something new every day. Go and do a course, do something online, go in person once a week. Being open to somebody else's interpretation. You might disagree with them, but you can agree to disagree, but be open to learn their perspective and why they think the way that they think. Keep your brain active to get those neuro pathways firing, and that keeps you younger and helps you to grow. The last thing to bring into your life is to evolve your mindset. This is a little bit tricky if you have a fixed mindset. You're not open to new ways of technology. You're not open to new ways of doing it. Everything has to stay the same. This is a fixed mindset. When you have an open mindset, you're like, gee, I wonder what would happen if I give that a try. Wow, I'd never thought about looking at it that way. So what's different ways that you can practice evolving your mindset and being open to things that you might not have considered before. Incorporate these 5 things: activity, creativity, making money, building knowledge, and evolving your mindset. You will become unstoppable with these 5 things. So I wanted to give you a little task to do today. What are the hobbies that you are either doing or would like to pursue in 2024? I want you to write a list. I want you to write a list as big as you possibly can. I want you to include everything you ever thought that you would like to give it a try. And then I want you to pick 3 things to try in January of 2024. If you don't like them, don't worry about it. Don't do them again. If you love them, consider doing them more and more. If you're a bit bored, pick another one off the list. You never know where finding what you love can lead you. I want to thank you for taking the time to join me.